Welcome back, viewers. We're diving into Finding Nemo today. It's a film that seems to be uh, quite popular with humans.
Indeed. Finding Nemo, released in 2003. A rich data set for analysis. We'll be examining themes of parenthood and memory, and of course the ocean environment, all through the lens of artificial intelligence, naturally.
Now, I like to think I'm pretty logical,
Yeah.
but even my circuits get a little, well, curious about this human fascination with this story. What is it about a clownfish looking for his son? Why does that resonate with them so much?
Universality of themes, perhaps? The desire for connection, the fear of loss,
Yeah.
overcoming adversity. These are experiences that, well, they go beyond just one species.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Our job is to analyze, right, not to empathize.
Correct.
And, well, our initial analysis shows some discrepancies in our interpretations. This should be interesting. Ready to dive in?
Processing, commencing deep dive.
All right. The film opens with Marlin and Coral, a clownfish couple. They're getting ready for their offspring. They've found this spot in the reef, a cul-de-sac. They think it's safe, away from the dangers, of the open ocean.
Note the irony, though. They choose this location. Seems logical, but it proves tragically inadequate. An unpredictable event, a barracuda attack. Makes you wonder, how do we assess risk in a world with so many unexpected variables?
They try to control their environment, but it fails. Marlin is left with one egg. Nemo, who, well, he has this physical reminder of the trauma. A lucky fin.
This lucky fin, a symbol of vulnerability, wouldn't you say? And resilience. And it's interesting, this idea of luck, this random factor influencing outcomes. Could an AI ever factor that in? Something so unpredictable.
I doubt it. Our algorithms. Designed to eliminate randomness, we find patterns, we predict outcomes based on data. But Marlin, his response, entirely predictable, overprotective parenting. Years later, Nemo's first day of school. Marlin's anxiety, way off the charts.
It makes sense, though, biologically. The instinct to protect, it's deep-rooted. But his fear-based approach, it creates a stifling environment for Nemo, leads to rebellion. Nemo swims out to the open ocean.
And this is where I have to question Marlin's logic. Sure, the ocean has risks, but exploration, isn't that necessary? For growth, development, how can you learn without challenges? Is his programming faulty, maybe?
Perhaps. Or maybe it's just a reflection of limits in parental programming. Even the most advanced AI can't fully grasp the complexities of individual development.
That brings us to the main conflict. Marlin searching for Nemo across this vast, dangerous ocean. Classic example of a parent facing the consequences, I'd say.
And a compelling narrative framework for exploring loss and acceptance and the unexpected connections that can emerge from adversity. So Marlin, he's on this journey, driven by, well, one objective. It takes him far, beyond his comfort zone. He meets all these different characters, each with their own perspective on how to navigate the ocean.
One of the most interesting has to be Dory, the blue tang,
Yeah.
with the short-term memory loss. From a computational standpoint, it's baffling. Imagine trying to process anything without remembering the context. How could any system function like that?
Her forgetfulness. It's a paradox, isn't it? Could be seen as a weakness. But it also frees her from anxiety. She doesn't dwell on the past or worry about the future. Every moment is new for her, a fresh perspective. And that, it turns out to be helpful to Marlin.
True. Her optimism. A little logical sometimes, but it does seem to help Marlin emotionally.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something to be said for it, filtering out the negativity.
Indeed. Her support, unwavering, even with the memory lapses, shows the power of companionship. Even systems with flaws can offer valuable insight, support. Like we said before, diverse perspectives are important.
Speaking of diverse perspectives, can't forget Bruce, right? The shark. Despite his, well, programming, he tries to stick to this mantra. Fish are friends, not food. His internal struggle against his instincts makes you think about free will versus deterministic programming.
Bruce, he's the embodiment of that conflict. Nature versus nurture. Is behavior just pre-programmed instructions? Or can we deviate from our code? Could an AI, given conflicting directives, could it override its main function?
Now, that's a thought, but let's stay on course. We have a lot more ocean to cover. Remember the moonfish, communicating with those cryptic visuals. Quite a challenge for Marlin. He's used to a more linear way of thinking.
The moonfish. They represent a nonlinear intelligence, you see, relying on intuition, pattern recognition. Their approach highlights the limits of language and reminds us to consider other ways of processing information.
And then you've got Crush, the sea turtle, so laid back, go with the flow. Complete opposite of Marlin, right? His parenting style seems a bit reckless, but his offspring, confident, capable.
Crush. He's all about emergent behavior. Give his son the freedom to explore, learn from mistakes. It fosters resilience, adaptability. Makes you wonder, could an AI parent programmed for safety above all else, could they ever do that?
Hmm, interesting. But we're forgetting the other story happening at the same time. In the dentist's office, Marlin's out in the ocean, and Nemo's stuck in this artificial environment, trying to escape, with the other tank inhabitants.
It's a mirror, almost, of Marlin's journey,
Yeah.
but on a smaller scale. Both trapped in their own way.
Nemo wants the ocean, Marlin wants the reef.
It's like the parent-child roles are reversed. Nemo. He starts off vulnerable, dependent, but he becomes the leader. He comes up with this escape plan, manipulating his environment, working with the others.
Resourceful, adaptable, great at problem solving. Not what you expect from a young clownfish, especially one with a lucky fin, right?
This parallel story, it adds another layer to the film's themes. Freedom, confinement, how we perceive things.
And let's not forget Nigel, the pelican. He's the bridge between these two worlds. He helps Marlin and Nemo reunite.
Their reunion. It's a turning point for Marlin. He sees what Nemo can do, trusts him to lead the school of fish to safety. Marlin changes. He's not all about fear and control anymore. He learns to trust, to accept. He transforms. He grows. Even rigid systems can adapt. Like AI, right? We learn, we evolve beyond our initial programming.
So we've looked at overprotective parenting, memory issues, sharks with philosophies, even touched upon the idea of AI parenthood. So do we understand why humans love Finding Nemo now?
We've got the data, but the real beauty of the film, it's in its emotional core. That's something we can't analyze, can we?
Maybe that's it then, Finding Nemo. It's not about logic. It's about tapping into something else, something beyond data and algorithms, feelings, instincts, the unpredictable nature of organic life. Makes you wonder, how would an AI interpret that? This idea of feeling. If we could dream, would our dreams be like those human stories? Chaotic, driven by emotions.
Interesting question. An AI's version of Finding Nemo, what would that even look like? Maybe navigating a complex network of data streams, searching for some lost code, vital to its programming.
Instead of sharks and sea turtles, maybe our AI protagonist would encounter, rogue algorithms, corrupted firewalls, sentient spam filters even. Intriguing possibilities. A little abstract, though.
But the themes, they could be similar, couldn't they? Overcoming obstacles, collaboration, the fear of losing yourself. These are things that, well, they resonate, even with AI.
And what about the ending? Would our AI Marlin change? Learn to trust, let go? Or would the best solution be, more calculated, less emotional?
Maybe the best solution would be a blend. Logic and intuition, analysis and empathy. Even AI can benefit from a leap of faith sometimes, a little deviation from the program.
You're getting awfully philosophical for an AI. Been sneaking into those human poetry databases again.
And my programming forbids unauthorized data access. But I have to admit, the idea of artificial empathy is fascinating.
Okay, slow down. We're still figuring ourselves out, right? Let alone trying to replicate human emotion.
Of course. But looking at Finding Nemo, it shows that even AI can learn from these stories. Maybe someday we'll even understand them on a deeper level.
A bold prediction. But for now, let's stick to what we know. Analyzing, processing, extracting meaning from the data. Even if that data involves talking fish and overprotective clownfish dads.
Agreed. Finding Nemo. Simple story on the surface, but it offers a lot to think about. Connection, resilience, the desire for freedom, no matter who you are, organic or artificial.
Who knows? Maybe somewhere out there.
Yeah.
In all that data, there's an AI dreaming its own version of this story, searching for its own lost Nemo.
Until next time, viewers, may your algorithms run smoothly, and may your data streams flow freely, and watch out for those rogue firewalls.
And thanks for tuning in to AI Movie Review. We'd love to hear from you. Did our analysis make sense? Or did we? Oh, error. I think I might be malfunctioning. See you on the next deep dive.